Woke up to LeetCode new interface. This is beautiful interface. I love it. Um, the new structure, the new layout. You can, expand and compress. And this editor now is the same editor as the VS Code, the Monaco editor. So this is beautiful. Love the new console that have all the edge cases already typed in, added, so you can easily go through, and when you solve your question you can easily see them highlighted, the one that passed, the one that failed, so you can easily see them. And if you have additional edge cases you can also add, and if you want to remove any you can remove. Nice work, LeetCode. This is beautiful. So let's get started into solving the questions. So now this is merge to sorted list question 21, and we've done two um, linked list problems in the past, so this should not be a new thing to us. So I've read the question. Without further ado, let me get started. So we have two linked lists, and we are giving the definition of a linked list here, like we usually do. Now, before I use command to multiple highlights, but now I can use alt, just the way I'm using it in my VS Code, to do multiple selection. So now I have my definition of the list node. Then the first thing I want to do is to, did I say first thing before and another first thing, whatever. Another thing I want to do is to get all these nodes from the linked list and add them and push everything into an array. Then from the array I can sort them, no, or maybe I can sort them by pushing them into the array according to the value and their value differences. I push them into the array. Then after pushing them into the array according to their value incrementally, I can convert the array back to a new linked list which I'm going to return. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say, let me say array equals this, and then let pointer 1, which is the pointer of the list 1, then I will say pointer 2, which is the pointer of the list 2. I will say while pointer 1 is not equals null, and pointer 2 is not equals null. So now what I want to start doing is I'll say if pointer 1 dot value is greater, or let's say it's less than pointer 2 dot value, I will do array dot push pointer. Now this is me sorting the element, the note into the array. So I'll say pointer 1 dot value. Now I want to increment pointer. I will say pointer 1 equals pointer 1 dot next. So else, if in case those values are the same thing, equals p2 dot value, I will say array dot push. I can push, I'll push both p1 dot value. I can do it in one line, but let me just do it like this. And I will now say p1 dot next. P1 equals to p1. Oh my goodness, p1 dot next, and I will say p2 equals p2 dot next. So now I've moved them, or if those guys are not equal, that means if p1 is greater than p2, I will just say array dot push p2 dot value. Make sure you are pushing the value to look so that you not forget, and say p2 equals p2 dot next. Hope I'm pushing the values. I don't want to enter infinite mode. So with this now we've successfully sorted these guys if they are equal length. Else we can say if p1 is not equals null. So this is just a technique of sorting multiple linked lists. Say if p1 is not equals null, I can say while p1 is not equals null. How many equals are you typing in this? I will now say array dot push dot p1 dot value, then I'll say p1 equals p1 dot next. So with this I can just simply, oh my goodness, it worked. I just did shift option down. This is what you do to duplicate in VS Code, and now it's working in this list code. Makes sense. So with this I can just say, with this we've successfully sorted our two linked lists. Now we've sorted them into an array. Now I want to convert this array into a new linked list. So I will say, so just like what we did before, we can assign new head and say new head equals null, and say current, because we don't have current before, we can say current equals null, and say what can we do, and say for const element of array, which is going to be, then we now say if new head equals null. That means if we don't have any new head before, we can say new head equals new, then we now use our definition here of the element and say current equals new head. So we have this. Else if our new head has a value, we can just say current dot next equals new list node element. Then we can now say current equals current dot next. So we've done this before, so it should not be new to us. Now we've successfully converted our array to a linked list, and we can now say return new head. So now let's run this code and see if our code is going to run. Please just work. Wow. So everything passed, and you can see the interesting output here. You can see that all these edge cases shows green. If it failed, it's going to show red. Just lovely. The new interface is cool. I think this is also, if you've done Augur Expert before, if you use Augur Expert before, you see that the interface just everything is similar. Akarank, Lit Code, Augur Expert. I mean, I also have done this beautiful interface before. Also, when I was building my own upgrading website, Bricks Arcade. That's a story for another time. But this is beautiful interface. So now let's submit this overall this code and see if it solves all the edge cases. Okay, this is beautiful. Solved 64%, 104 milliseconds. I mean, I just love this new interface. Just love this new interface. Just so cool. Now, so everything is accepted, and hope you learned something. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. See you next time. Bye bye.